The billionaire invited the maid to his luxury charity party, but not out of kindness. He invited her as a joke. Her name was Victoria. She was black, quiet, and worked as a cleaner in his Beverly Hills mansion for over 2 years. She had mopped every floor, polished every window, and stayed out of sight, just the way they liked it. So when Richard Blackwood, the mansion's arrogant owner, handed her a fancy gold invitation and said, "Charity gala this Saturday, dress code, maximum elegance," she knew exactly what he was doing. It wasn't generosity, it was a trap. His friends laughed as she walked away. "She won't dare show up," one said. "If she does, she'll be the night's entertainment," Richard smirked. They were betting on her shame. But they had no idea who Victoria really was. The night of the gala arrived. The ballroom glittered with chandeliers and golden curtains. Laughter filled the air. Expensive wine flowed. And then the room fell silent. At the top of the grand staircase stood a woman in a black evening gown, shining like a star. People squinted. Some gasped. "That's her. The maid? She looks like a movie star. She must have borrowed that dress. She'll probably leave in 10 minutes from embarrassment." But Victoria kept walking, calm and graceful. Her steps were slow. Her head was high. She didn't borrow the dress. She didn't rent it. It belonged to her mother. And tonight, she wasn't here to be humiliated. She was here to remind them who she truly was. Richard approached her, grinning like the showman he thought he was. "Victoria, you made it! I hope all this elegance isn't too much for you." Victoria turned to him and smiled, not nervously, but with quiet strength. "Too much?" she said softly. "Actually, it feels just like home." People nearby stopped laughing. Her tone felt different. Then one of the rich guests, Patricia, smiled sarcastically. "So where'd you find that dress, darling? A costume shop?" Victoria turned to her and replied gently, "No, this dress has history. My mother wore it, the last time she attended a gala like this." A few people exchanged confused looks. Victoria continued. "Back then, her name was Isabella Temps Blackwood." The room froze. "Blackwood?" someone whispered. Victoria nodded. "My mother was the piano teacher here. She had a child with Henry Blackwood. That child was me." Gasps filled the room. "You're lying," Richard said, his face turning pale. Victoria calmly pulled a ring from her purse, a blue sapphire with the Blackwood family crest. "This was my mother's engagement ring, given by your father." "I don't know what game you're playing," Richard started, but his voice shook. Victoria turned toward the doors and raised her hand. 3 people walked in: a lawyer, a journalist, and a doctor. The doctor, old but strong, stepped forward. 20 years ago, I was forced to sign a fake death certificate for Mr. Henry Blackwood. He didn't die naturally. He was poisoned, slowly." The guests gasped again. Some covered their mouths. "Richard," the doctor continued, "your father found out you were stealing company money. He changed his will to include Victoria. You wanted him gone." "This is insane," Richard shouted. "She's making this up." Victoria didn't flinch. She pulled out her phone, connected it to the ballroom speakers, and hit play. A voice recording began. "Keep your mouth shut about the poison. And don't worry about the maid and her bastard daughter. They're not our problem." It was Richard's voice, clear, cold, caught. Now no one was laughing. The lawyer stepped forward with documents. "The real will leaves half the fortune to Victoria.